Good morning, everybody. So, thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Awan. So, earlier I had put out a status that I will no longer be doing collabs or panels anymore. So, I'm going to share with you why I said this. And guys, please don't mind the sound in the background. Some of my family is home today. Okay. So I don't want to just say family. My king is home. He's home today. And so let me just go into this real quick. Yesterday I was on a panel and I go every Tuesday to this panel. So it felt like home, you know what I'm saying? And they had a guest there that he was immediately shutting down, not shutting down, but like tearing down the African culture. So they now the whole thing about the live was we were talking about um sage, incense, witchcraft. That's what they were talking about in the live, right? So they were connecting it to the origin. They claim that it's from African descent. So they were saying that um, we should be more like the Europeans, right? So of how they govern and how they do things, that the European culture thrives better than the African culture. So I took offense to it. So this is why I'm telling y'all, this is the nitty gritty. I took offense to it because um of my connection. So I was upset. But I didn't show it on the show, but I was displeased. Okay. So I said in the show that the person was talking about piercing, earrings, the jury, the African jury, all these things, and that is witchcraft and all this stuff. And so I said to him, you can meet a well-dressed person, okay, a well-dressed person, no tattoos, no nothing, no ear piercing, um any nothing. They have nothing. Their body is straight clean. They always dress nice and everything, right? But they can be the devil. Yeah. You can meet somebody that they can just be dressed nice and everything, but they could be the devil. But he was saying that people who wear the African tradition and they wear the earrings, the big earrings and all this other stuff, and they practice sage and they they do incense, all these things, that they are like they're like evil. That's what he was saying. So I said, listen, not everyone from Africa practice this. Okay. So you cannot take a whole continent and classify them all doing some rah-rah. Okay. Now he was even saying that yeah, and he was saying that that's what hurt me, because I was like, how can you sit up here and you look like me and you can sit up here and disgrace the whole continent and say that they are affiliated with witchcraft. Now, I'm going to share something with you. And I had to throw this in here, but I this is what I said. When Jesus was trying to get away from the Pharisees and everything, right? Where did he go? He went to Africa, right? And when I said this, I said he hid. Now if he was a different color, if he didn't look like us, they would have spotted him. Can you imagine a man of Caucasian descent in Africa at that time? They would have thought something was strange. You understand? So I had to put that there, and I said, Jesus was known about in Africa. Well, his name probably was not Jesus. They probably named him another name, but That has been there for ancient days that we know, but it's because it got switched um into the Caucasian culture. They made him look like them. This is what I just and now listen to me. I don't have any stats on this. I'm not sure of any of this. It's just what I saw in the Bible, that he went to Africa. That's all I saw. So it makes me think, like, how did he go to Africa if he was Caucasian and nobody thought anything was strange? You see what I'm saying? That's just me saying that. But I took offense to what the brother said, and I was on fire because people who practice sage and incense, and people who practice nonsense, I don't. This is wrong. I cannot agree with that. I will never agree with that. That the stuff you do, tarot cards, I can't agree with that. That's just you doing you. I can't agree with that. I believe in Jesus Christ, and that's what I believe. Okay, but I just felt bad because he took the whole continent of Africa and deemed them as unfit. He even called it beneath, that they were beneath. And I said, wow. And this brother looked like me. It shocked me. But I find out as I get older, we have like a hidden hatred towards us. We have a hidden hatred inside towards us. I am first of all, I was born here. I am American, okay? I'm African American. I only have a connection to Africa through my husband. That's it, y'all. Now, I may dress like this, I may dress like the culture, but I was born here. I only have the connection through my husband. So I respect the connection because I love my husband. And of course, my children are. So I cannot sit by and just let people say rah rah and I think it's okay. So I feel bad because I'm gonna share this with y'all. A week prior, my husband said to me, I don't want you to go to the panel, relax with me Tuesday. I said, okay, honey, no problem. So the same person I was supposed to go to his panel, he contacted me earlier that day and was like, please, can you come down, da da da. And I talked to my husband. My husband said, well, if you feel like you want to go, okay, it's no problem because you've been on his show before. I said, okay. I went, I regret. I regret. That's my first time saying I regret going to somebody's panel. Because usually I go, I have a good time, I speak my truth, and that's it. But I said, now I see why a lot of people do not collaborate, because there's nothing wrong with having a different mindset and you and the person are going at it. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you can condemn a whole continent, you know what I'm saying? Condemn a whole continent and say that they worship, they do witchcraft, they do this. You cannot condemn a whole continent and say that they do all this rah-rah stuff. It's not fair. Okay. And then for you to uplift the Caucasian race of Russia, Germany, all these things, you can uplift them and then say we should not dress like the African culture, that we should dress like the Europeans do. But this is the problem that we don't see. This is what was stolen from us, our culture. That's what was stolen from us. And I'm not trying to do no race war with anybody. Okay. But there's nothing wrong with you learning your heritage. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to practice any rah-rah. Don't practice no rah-rah stuff, because God will not be pleased with you. Don't do no foolery. I'm saying don't take a whole continent and condemn them, because there's some people who practice different things. That's not right. That's not fair at all. And then also what shocked me is that he was mocking the language. He was mocking the language of how some of the people in Africa talk. That shocked me. I just looked at him. And I'm gonna share something with you. The project girl wanted to come out. I wanted to flip out on the panel. But I was like, no, let me keep it 100, because if I do any rah-rah, I gotta listen to my husband when I get off this panel. So I just kindly put in the back chat, I'm leaving at midnight, and that's it. And that's what I did. That's what I did. I just said, no, I'm leaving at midnight, and I just got off. I got off a few minutes before midnight. And I'm gonna share something with y'all. I will not be doing panels. I will not be doing collaborations anymore. I will only do my channel, and that's it. Because I know the things that I say help. I have a lot of people, a lot of women, married women that come to me and they talk to me in my DMs like, sis, thank you for saying that. I really needed that. Da 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 da. I get some women who understand the assignment. So I will continue to do my own thing, but I will not do panel and collaboration no more. And I'm gonna share something with you. Thank you to the brothers who did bring me onto their show, Sir Hill Speaks Network. Y'all remember, please also like and subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. Also, Black Man Unfiltered Network. He's a good brother as well. Make sure y'all subscribe to him too. But I will no longer be doing panels with those two brothers anymore. I won't be doing it no more. I didn't decide, but I talked to my husband and he watched the show last night and he was heartbroken. He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, that is something." I even had to ask him, let me tell you something. I was so shocked that this brother was talking that rah-rah stuff. I asked my husband, like, "Honey, can you hold me a little bit?" Because it shocked me that our own can talk like that. Like say European culture is better than the African culture. That shocked me. And he was saying we living in primitive times and and everything. We're living in primitive times in Africa, and we should not they should not be practicing what they're practicing. And let me share something with you. It's the culture. It's not that they're doing anything evil. That is their culture. That is their lineage. That's why they practice it. They honor it. You understand? They respect their elders. They honor. You know what I'm saying? It's not of witchcraft or doing evil and all this nonsense. Now, I will share something with you. I will not take away from the fact that people do evil. I can't sit up here and tell you that that's not true. People do evil. They do nonsense. They do rah-rah stuff. Okay. But you can't take a whole continent and blame the whole continent for it. That's what I'm saying. And then he also said, Africa is underdeveloped, all these things, which we all know. But I want to share this with y'all. When they was making the United States, when they were making other European nations, right? They were not just taking any kind of slave. You hear me? They were not. See, they went to kings and took these people to how you say in sync. They took these people in sync. They took people from agriculture who helped build Africa. You understand? They took architectures. They took these lineages out of Africa that came over to the European side. And how you think all these buildings got built here? You understand? All back in slavery time when they built the White House, all these things, they built them on the backs of African ancestry. Okay, they use them to build their nation. And I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to do a race war, none of that stuff. I'm just saying that we have to speak truth. When you speaking of we should be more like the European culture, you have to speak the truth as well. Okay, that was my only problem that I had yesterday. I was so heartbroken by it. That we as a people that we could sit up here and just disgrace the bloodline like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard. It broke me. It broke my heart. I was surprised. And there was no pushback against this brother. And I spoke my mind, but how much could I really speak? I really wanted to go off, but I know that I would have to deal with my king in the end because he doesn't like me to get indignant with anybody. So I just keep that. So I just wanted to share that with y'all that I will only be doing my live, my reels, and that's it. I won't be doing a collaboration with anybody. So please, nobody, um, no, Mrs. She said I was upset with him. I was saying some stuff to him. Oh, I can see it too. I was saying some stuff to him. But some few people chimed in, but they were not like they were saying that yeah, it is true that witchcraft and all these things and the sage and all these tarot cards, this is like a part, it's still linked to Africa. And I said, okay, I understand, but you cannot govern the whole continent and say that is from there. There may be people that do practice these things, not maybe, they do practice these things, but you cannot link them all the same. That's not fair. That's not fair. Just like when we deal with people that do wrong, we don't link everybody the same. We don't link everybody the same. So I was offended by that. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that shocked me. That it was okay to talk like this about Africa. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, some of us here, we don't even know our lineage. We can't even trace our lineage. I can't trace my lineage. But if you ask my husband, he can tell you where his forefathers come from. He can tell you their names too. But I can't. I can only trace back to my grandmother. Yeah, to my grandmother and her mother. That's it. So I think we really need to start looking into our lineage. I'm not saying you have to practice anything, but you should know what tribe you come from, what part of Africa you come from. That's true talk. That's true talk, baby. You should know. I'm dead serious. We have to stop acting like it's foolish to go back to Africa. Everybody wants to know where they come from. Even if you just went for vacation or either you did that blood test that trace your lineage. Everybody should know that. I'm telling you. Even me, I'm included in it too. Well, guys, y'all take it easy. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I want to share something with y'all. I cannot um I cannot let people go to someone's panel um and take how can I say this? I'm trying to say it in the correct way. And take my being. You understand? Take my being and um and make me feel some type of way. Okay? And make me feel some type of way. My husband is from Nigeria. That and I'm about to tell that truth right now. My husband is from Niger. So, and my children are from him. So if I don't stand up and say that this is wrong, what kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that? If I don't stand up and say that is wrong, and if I sit there and I agree with my brothers and sisters that are from America, just like me, because I was born and raised here. I don't know anything about Africa. My mother and father are not African. Now, it could have been easy for me to sit there and laugh with them and joke with them and everything and agree with them on the content, but my heart could not let me. My heart could not let me, baby. So I couldn't just sit down and be like, it's all good that they talking bad about Africa. That bothered me. And I even felt mad that I even asked my husband, why does that bother me? I felt like crying yesterday. And I said, why does that bother me? My husband said, because you have Nigerian children, my dear. It's because you have a Nigerian husband. That's why it bothers you. If you did not, it wouldn't bother you, honey. And it broke me even more because I was saying, so because I have a husband that's from Nigeria and my children are Nigerian, that I would not feel bad about someone talking about a whole continent. That is the chain that needs to be broken in our bloodline. When someone speaks bad about Africa, we shouldn't think that it's okay, that we think it's funny, or the way that they speak. A whole continent that you judge harshly like that. So America is without sin. Hmm? Let's talk truth. America is without sin. She is not without sin. Y'all, I'm done. I got to start cooking and I got to get ready for work. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Much love to y'all all. I want to give two shout outs to two beautiful women that I follow. And that is Mrs. She Said from the Harris Tribe Media. Y'all get into their family. I'm telling you, their content is amazing. You hear me? Content is amazing. You will love it. Trust me. I follow them and their content is always fire. And then also to the Real Precious Official. The Real Precious Officially. She is on Instagram. Y'all, this sister speak nothing but the truth. She don't sugarcoat nothing. Y'all go check her out. You hear me? Y'all go check her out. Much love to both of y'all ladies. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. Instagram, I'm going to let y'all out. Y'all have a great day. And I'm going to share something with y'all. Thank you for keep growing over there. I greatly appreciate y'all so much. Have a great day, y'all. Okay, YouTube, my family, how y'all doing over there? Thank you, Terry, for always coming through like you do, my dear. You always showing up. Thank you. And thank you for always leaving the comments for me. I greatly appreciate that. And everyone else who tuned in, guys, thank you so much. You know, I got nothing but love for y'all because y'all started my foundation. Y'all started my foundation. So while y'all here, please like my page. Please like the content that you're seeing right now. Have a wonderful day and take it easy, y'all.